Ones, let's take a look at our Isis Lotus Tarot Spread for the collective for the week of July the 28th, 2025. So we're wrapping up July, moving into August this week. Venus, getting challenged this week for sure. So yeah, let's take a look at the Isis Lotus Tarot Spread. Now this forms a lotus, right? We have the stem and the flower, and it blooms into two different ways to work with the energy. So let's see what it has to say. Okay, first card is the past. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. So there's something here that we tried to take action on. We tried to move forward with something material, financial possibly, but we were in this idea phase. We took the idea phase into action, right? We took an action. And it has placed you in this space of Two of Wands, which is needing to make a decision, all right? Now the environment is the Eight of Pentacles, which means you're gaining skills here, you're learning new things, you're adding on to current or existing skills, right? But so it could indicate that in order to make this decision or choice that you need to do some research. Now, as these energies come together, we have the Page of Pentacles. So it's starting with the Knight, that's interesting, from the past, and now we have to make a choice, we have to gain some new information, and then we have maybe a new idea. Very retrograde, right? Key card of the future, though, is the King of Swords. We've got to be very rational, logical, straightforward, and make fact-based decisions. Now, the opposing forces in play, Judgment, big decision. And this card showed up last week as well. So we may be experiencing repercussions from a choice or decision made, or one decision sometimes leads to another. And then another one, the Ace of Swords. So we're either in a position of gathering this information, trying to make a rational, logical decision, and then we make the decision, or we initiate something new, that Ace of Swords energy, idea-based, communication-based, air. Now, the near future detail card is the Five of Wands. So pivoted right there in the middle, right? The Five. This could escalate or de-escalate. It could be an internal conflict, an external conflict. It is more than likely something to do with that Venusian energy and the difficult angle she's in with Saturn and Neptune. Now, the modifiers are, on the Judgment side, the Seven of Cups. We need to make this big decision. It's very possible that we're not making it because we're so in conflict with ourselves and overwhelmed by options. On the Ace of Swords side, we have the Lovers. So it could be that we're passionately involved with something or desiring something. There's something that we really, really want. So that desire nature could make us feel conflicted. Over here on Judgment side, we also have the Ten of Pentacles, which reminds us of the abundance that we have. It reminds us of the attitude of having plenty, whether it's money, time, or energy. We need to remember this and maybe go towards that which is more oriented towards financial security. On the Ace of Swords side, well, we've got the Magician, who reminds us over here, you can do this thing that you love, this thing that you're passionate about. I know you're feeling conflicted about it, but you can do it. Now, two possible solutions or outcomes here. On the Judgment side, we've got the Five of Pentacles. So we still have some concerns about either financial resources or inclusivity. On the Ace of Swords side, we have the Three of Pentacles, which indicates progress, steady progress being made. Also on the Judgment side with the Five of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And so, yes, there's concerns about money and things like that, but that's when we have to engage the nurturing energy of the Queen. Queen, the masculine and the feminine each have their fabulous gifts and talents, right? And that's why when they merge together, it creates a force that's just much, much stronger than them individually, right? But King energy is more solar, right? It's more focused on one thing. Queens It's part of the gift of the woman, right? She sees everything that's going on. She sees all the possibilities. And so I would say really engage your Queen of Pentacles here. Be practical and grounded, of course, but see what you need to do. And then over here on the Ace of Swords side with the Three of Pentacles, we have the Hermit. Some quality time and meditation is called for on this side. Now, it's a really interesting, two distinct different ways. This is like Major Arcana over here all the way, right? So we're coming from this space of having made a decision to move forward with something potentially financial, Knight of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. And then we've come to a crossroads or decision, Two of Wands. And then we're going to need to do some research. We've got to get some more information here. So go ahead and dedicate your time and energy to that as needed. And then Page of Pentacles, a new idea is formed. Now, once that new idea is formed, we have to engage that king behavior, right? Of calling the shots, making decisions, of deciding how it's going to get done and delegating. Now, on the one side, we've got this major decision that it's judgment is a real huge life-changing type of decision, all right? So we have to decide something. And we're experiencing this Five of Wands conflict. This is indicating because there's too many options. Seven of Cups, I don't know which one. And the Ten of Pentacles reminds us, okay, go towards abundance, go towards financial security, go towards material wealth. And then with that outcome, it's like, but I'm worried about it. There's concerns. There's this feeling, oh, I have this sense of lack. Oh, I'm not sure exactly what to do. Oh, I feel like I'm knocking at the doors for answers and I'm not getting them. And that's when we have to step into the queen power and solve the problem. Now, on this other side, we are instead really starting something new, okay? It could come from an elimination, right? Swords sometimes has to take something away to start something new, but we have this initiation. Now, we're definitely struggling a little bit with it, but lean into what you love, the Lovers. Remember that you can do it, the Magician. And then you will absolutely make some progress this week. And once you do, keep checking back in with yourself with the Hermit. Keep checking in with your angels and guides. Take your own counsel. I think that's part of what that is saying. So, looks like a super powerful week. It is kind of interesting astrology. So, I hope this is useful and helpful. Do check out the Planetary Energy Forecast. I'll be posting that tomorrow. I wish you a marvelous week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.